Hi and welcome to my channel. So today I'm bringing you a spread from my 2017 Project Life, and I'm using the Citrus Twist August kit for this one. So initially I'm going through the die cuts. I've got my ephemera and stuff layout where it is that I want them. I've picked my 3x4 cards and I've also chopped down some papers to work for my 4x6. So I'm going through a mixture of the die cuts and the chipboard. And I thought this little deer looked cute and I didn't know where else I'd use it. So I've brought that one in with a little photo booth strip. And then I've got a piece of chipboard at the top that says as seen through my lens. Now it was a very good piece of chipboard for this one. So at the top is pictures of cocktails that me and my girls had at the Hard Rock Cafe. And the picture at the bottom with the deer is my daughter taking the mick out of me and calling me an artist due to the fact of me trying to get a good shot of the cocktails, turning the glasses round, etc, etc. So you scrapbookers will probably know my pain of trying to get a good picture from some nights out and every now and then trying to be a little bit artistic with them. So I tried very hard to get some of the florals on this layout. I think with it mainly being pictures of just us girls and the drinks we partook in, that I tried to get some florals on here, but I found just the way the layout worked, it didn't really go well. So I've got a little piece of chipboard there, struggling to get the back off it, but I got there eventually, and that just says snapshot. And I'm going to stick on a few of the pieces that I'm happy with. So this was about the fourth Project Life spread I think I did this day. If the lighting goes in and out, it is because I was actually scrapping in the daytime, so the sun did dip in and out as I went along. But yeah, I'm going to stick down what it is that I do like. So I've got a business card that I picked up from Hard Rock Cafe because I do like to pick up bits of ephemera when I can. And I've also got a little swizzle that we got in the drink. Now I did chop the end off that to try and make the album less bulky. And I did tuck that in behind the business card. Now I will end up stitching down on that just to make sure that it doesn't move. But in the meantime, I'm going through some of the parts of the cut apart. So on the cut apart this month, we did have some lovely little typed word strips. Now I did find them quite hard to get straight because they didn't have the colours round them. So you will find me messing about with them for a bit before I get them straight enough that I was happy to stick them onto my layout. But at the top I've just got the You Had Me at Hello, which was more in reference to the cocktails themselves. I've also got a nice brew on the go while I'm doing this layout, which is a must when I'm having a scrappy day. And I'm going to pop on this little cork piece that says I am loving this with a picture of my girls. Now, as many of you know, for my 2017 Project Life, I have set myself the goal to stamp on every layout at least once, because I am not a stamper by any means, but that is my goal, and also to stitch on every layout, which so far I have managed to do. A couple of layouts ago, I did nearly forget, but I pulled it back just at the end and saved myself and popped a little bit of stitching on. But there will be quite a bit of stitching on this layout once I've finished. So I've got another cut apart piece for the top that says off on an adventure, and at the bottom I'm going to pop a rest and relaxation. So I think that bottom card is now pretty much done. I did try a few other little word things to see if they would fit anywhere else, but they weren't quite looking right for me. So that is going to be all the word strips that I do use. Though I will pull in another label. I did struggle on how to get the label to work with that cork piece on the pictures of my daughter, but I do find a way to make it work, though I do cut out a slightly different shade of blue, just because I felt that did go better. I'm quite surprised with how much I do use the cut apart on these, to be fair. I didn't think I'd be a fan of having to work for my embellishments, but I do really, really like them, and I do find it gives me some different sayings and things as well, which is good. So on this card that says always find time for things that make you happy to be alive, I'm going to mess about with that one for quite a bit, but I will end up just popping on it a little black and white heart, which is out of the ephemera pieces. And there I go, trying to make flowers work yet again, and they're not. So I'm going to pop that heart down and then see if I can find any other bits that sort of match perfectly or have got the right sayings on them, and I'm going to go back to messing about with the label on this top picture. So I will end up with one down the side. That's where I decide that the bigger one does look better, but then I cut out another one for the right shade of blue. So I'm going to get that one down, and then I am going to do some stitching. So I've saved you the trouble of watching just the top of my sewing machine from the camera angle, but unfortunately I haven't cut out where I pull all the threads back to the back and back to the front from front to back, and secure them down with that gymongous roll of washi tape that I've got that no matter how much I use it doesn't want to end. When it gets near the end I'll probably stop using that one and use something else. But I've stitched in on four different cards in this layout. So I've stitched through the middle of that black and white striped heart on the 3x4 card. I've also stitched through the label at the top with my daughters on it, and I've put drinks out with my girls after the concert as my journaling on that one. Then with the piece of ephemera, what I've done is I've just done three little sort of line stitching. You'll probably be able to see it better in the close-ups, but just enough to pin that card down, but of course not go through the ephemera that I have got stuck behind it. And then I've also done just a couple of little dash lines on that photo booth label on the bottom as well, just to finish that up. So that's sort of a very quick close-up of the stitching, but as I say, you will be able to see it better in the close-ups at the end. So last bits I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that little red arrow up with my ephemera, and I will end up popping a couple of little puffy hearts with that as well, just to bring some colour to that card, because otherwise it's just got the blue and not much else. But that is the end of my spread. So all that's left to do is go around each of the cards that I've added in with my black pen, which is a look that I really like. I find it uniforms the album, so I do tend to do that also on every layout, though that wasn't necessarily a goal of mine when I started, because I did it last year as well. But yeah, I've got quite a few close-ups coming up for you. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Give this one a like if you're liking it. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see me do in either Project Life or scrapping. And thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all again soon.